Hello everyone, welcome to the Turfway Park Report for Saturday, December 3rd, 2016. There are 9 live races on the card. Polytrack Fast. The first race is a claiming event for the boys, which have not won 3 races lifetime. The claiming price $5,000. They'll race 1 mile. The morning line favorite Ferocious Tiger was a late scratch, leaving number 6, Double Derringer, is the one to beat with Jack Gilligan. And they are off. It's Latin Wildcat who's sending on out. Also, Keatley's displaying some pace as well. And up on the outside, the favorite Squeeze the King from that 8-hole is going to try to angle all the way down to just outside the top duo. Then a link for the back, See the Moon is racing along in the 4th position. Double Derringer away in 5th, 6 off the lead. A link for the back is Storm and Minster, followed up next by the 3 trailers. And at the back of the pack, it is Looking Around, Philippic, and Storm and Minster. First quarter, 23-1. And up front, Latin Wildcat shows the way. Latin Wildcat, midpoint down the backstretch, in front by about a length now. The favorite, Squeeze the King, right up to that one's flank there in second. 2 lengths for the back to Keatley racing in 3rd position. Here comes Double Derringer, inching an ever closer 4th. Separation of about 4 or 5 lengths. Mid-pack, that is See the Moon. Half mile timed out in 46 and 1/5 seconds. Still up top, Latin Wildcat being confidently handled by Jacob Radosevich, shows the way by a length. Double Derringer just went by the favorite, and Double Derringer is a double threat as Double Derringer strikes the front with just about a quarter mile to go. Latin Wildcat, the pace setter, could not kick on. Here's up to the outside, Squeeze the King, and running on the outside, Storm and Minster the long shot as they reach the top of the home stretch, and Double Derringer cuts them in. Double Derringer with 3/16 to go in front by 2. To the inside, Latin Wildcat, the pace setter, down the center of the track. Here comes long shot Philippic, 1/16 left for Double Derringer. Double Derringer on the wrong lead. Philippic, the long shot, running at him late. It's going to be either one of these two down to the line. Double Derringer trying to hold Philippic, and Double Derringer will do so. Philippic was second, then came Storm and Minster third, tight for 4th. Number 6, Double Derringer, took over entering the turn and drew away late to win going away. The first synthetic start was a dominant one for Double Derringer. Double Derringer, owned by Miranda DeBrule, trained by Kevin DeBrule, and Jack Gilligan was up top. The winner returns 1180, 620, 420. Second, number 2, Philippic. Third was the 7, Storm and Minster. And 4th goes 4, Latin Wildcat. Exacta, 284.60. Try, 1,274.20. The Dime Super, $964.14. Running time for the opener, 1:38.3. Tonight's second race, a claimant event for the fillies and mares to race 1 mile. The favorite, number 7, Twinkle Toes, with Abel Lascano. And runners away. It's Lazara who's showing the most gate speed, but quickly Shadow Game being hustled up, and now Shadow Game with that right-handed urging from Oots will clear off and show the lead. But now quickly, Punta Neta comes to challenge from the inside, spun out 3 wide. There is Martha Rose. A link for the back, Miss Twinkle Toes. The morning line favorite races in 4th. To the inside, Lazara taking in hand 5th. Covered up to the outside by Annie's on Tour 6. A link for the back to Charlie Lawson's Classic Sister Jill is next. Then 2 links back to Don't Even Think has 2 horses beat. And they are Tis Now Sunrise. And at the back of the pack, Sweet Rock. First quarter mile clicked off 23 and 4/5 seconds. Shadow Game, the Pollard's Vision filly, shows him up the backstretch. Past the 4.5 furlong marker, in front by a length and a half. Martha Rose racing in the clear while racing second against the rail. Punta Neta has been shuffled back, just got passed by both Annie's on Tour and Miss Twinkle Toes as the field makes her entrance into the turn. So it's Shadow Game. Martha Rose comes right up to her flank to challenge. Separation of 2 to Annie's on Tour. Through from the inside, Lazara is next. Sweet Rock was last, has raced all the way up into 5th, about 4.5 off the pace, as the field just outside the quarter-mile pole. The half-mile timed out 47 and 3. And up top, it's Martha Rose. Pace set in Shadow Game starts to moonwalk along the rail. Link for that here, Slazar, and Orlando Mojica dives down to the inside. And Sweet Rock is still unleashing a furious rally from the back of the pack. 1/8 of a mile left. It's Martha Rose shaking up top. Here's Sweet Rock on the wrong lead, but nonetheless making good momentum. And Sweet Rock right up to the outside on Martha Rose. These two down to the wire, and Sweet Rock for Eduardo Fernandez wins by about a half a side. Martha Rose was second, tight for third, 1:39 and 1. Number 1, Sweet Rock, was absolutely last down the backside and first at the wire. Number 1, Sweet Rock passes them all to win for owner-trainer Edwin Fernandez. Sonny Leone was aboard for the winning ride. Number 1, Sweet Rock returns $14, $6.60 for 80. Second was number 9, Martha Rose. Third, number 8, Annie's on Tour. And fourth, number 3, Slazara. The exacta was worth $93.60. The trifecta, $259.10. The super, $1,631.40. The early daily double of 6 and 1, $182.40. Running time for race 2, 1:39 and 1/5 second. Tonight's third race is a claimant event for the fillies and mares. Claiming price $8,000. They'll race 1 mile. Scratch part of the entry, the 1A As I Perform. The favorite, class dropping number 7, Wild About Irene, for owner Gwen Gower. Host. Racing! The favorite, Wild About Irene, broke sharp, as did My Regency Lady. Also away in good order, closest to the rail, is Wild Card Hit, and these three will dispute the pace as they race into the clubhouse turn. Kim Strong came away racing in the 4th position. Towards the inside comes a Wild Card Hit now, and getting shuffled there, Kate and Abs Reward is next. A link for the back, you'll find Zero Visibility, and Bell Bottom Girl is at the tail of affairs. They passed the 6 furlong marker and straighten up at the backstretch. First quarter mile for As I Forecast was clicked off on the board in 24 seconds flat. So it's As I Forecast shows the way. Here's the favorite, Wild About Irene, with that early pressure there in second. Cherokee Callie and Ty Kennedy tracking in a 3rd position, now only about a neck off of the lead. A link for the back. Racing in the clear comes Zero Visibility. And then it's Kim Strong to the outside of My Regency Lady as they ran the half mile in 47 and 3/5 seconds. They make their entrance into the far turn. It's Wild About Irene towards the inside of Cherokee Callie. Here comes Kim Strong revving up to the outside. These three stack up across the track, 2.5 lengths in front of My Regency Lady, who's being ridden to keep pace. Outside the quarter pole, the favorite, Wild About Irene, is under attack, but responding to the urging from Jack Gilligan, and Wild About Irene off the turn in front by 2. Cherokee Callie could not kick on, neither could Kim Strong. Down on the inside, My Regency Lady is no better than 3rd, because Wild About Irene turned back all challengers by the 16th pole. She's in front by 4, now by 5, and as they race down to the wire, Wild About Irene will get it done on the class drop here, a lifetime victory number 11, and stops the timer in 1:37 and 2. No doubt about it. Number 7, Wild About Irene, heads and tails above this field. Won like a 3-2 shot should. She returns 540, 360, 340. Wild About Irene, owned by Gwyneth Gower, trained by Matt Cordenbrock and Jack Gilligan, with the 2nd victory on tonight's card. Finishing 2nd was number 4, Kim Strong. 3rd, number 3, Kate and Abs Reward. And 4th was the 8, Cherokee Callie. The exacta was worth $84.80. The try, $380.10. Super, $5,645.20. The Roland Daily Double of 1 and 7 came back $69, and the pick 3 was worth $309.80. Running time for the 1 mile, 1:37 and 2/5 seconds. Tonight's 4th race is a claimant event for the fillies and mares, which have never won 2 lifetime. The claiming price $15,000. They'll race 1 mile. Late scratch of the 6, G Miracle, the morning line favorite. Number 5, City Without Pity. They are racing. And it's City Without Pity with the blinkers on today, who shows the most speed and showing a lot of gas. In fact, will clear all the way from that 5-hole and angle down to the rail on the run for the first turn. X-Tall is a couple lengths back in 2nd. Away in 3rd, Pretty Gritty, the class-dropping Ohio bred, is out in the center of the track while racing 3rd, 3.5 off the pace. Then a link for the back comes Maya Cotty Princess and Bahama Benny, and glued right in between those two comes Cape Caroline. That's the 6 of them as they straighten up on the backstretch. The first quarter mile was 24 and 1/5 second for City Without Pity, who shows them up top in front by a length. X-Toll tracking in the pocket position. Pretty Gritty races along in 3rd, 3 lengths off the lead. And then a separation of 4 back to Cape Caroline, up a couple of spots. Maya Cotty Princess is 2nd last, and Bahama Benny and the Bug Girl can see them all. Half mile, 47 in 3/5 seconds for City Without Pity. Still shows them up top as they race into the far turn. Ekstall still tracking intently while racing second. Pretty Gritty being scrubbed along to keep pace there in third. Here comes Cape Caroline on Polytrack debut, starting to make good ground from mid-pack as the field outside the quarter pole. But City Without Pity has been virtually unchallenged thus far, and City Without Pity will cut the corner in front by about 6. So City Without Pity took them 3/4 in 1:11 and 2 and opens up with authority by the 8th pole. John Court takes a peek back. There's nobody there. City Without Pity drawing away in the stretch. Cape Caroline running on from the back for minor awards, but meanwhile, City Without Pity is better than these. City Without Pity by at least 7 in the end. Cape Caroline was second. Pretty Gritty third. Ekstall was fourth. 1:30, 6 and 4. Number 5, City Without Pity broke sharp, never looked back, drew away convincingly to win and give jockey John Court his 4,000th career victory. Number 5, City Without Pity, owned by Erica Rontes and trained by Karen Wittek. The winner, 660, 340, 260. Second was the 4, Cape Caroline. Third, number 1, Pretty Gritty. And fourth, number 2, Ekstall. The exacta, 1940. The try, 54.90. Super, $193.60. The pick 3, $176.90. The Roland Daily Double, $23.20. Running time was 1:36 and 4/5 seconds. Tonight's 5th race is a allowance event for the boys, which have never won 2 races. They'll race 6.5 furlongs. Morning line favorite at even money, number 4, Finnegan, with Alonzo Quinones. And they're off. Noble Warriors are first to show. There goes 4 in the morning and punching up between runners. There goes the favorite Finnegan. Through from the inside, Commendations away in good order, and coming away racing in 5th, Sucker Punch, but only about 3.5 lengths off the lead. Then a length for the back, Marvelous Sky is next, followed up by Tis 2 and a length to Old Fashioned Justice as they head up the backstretch, 4.5 furlongs to go. And it's the favorite, Finnegan, the son of Unbridled Song, shows him up top in front by a length now. 4 in the morning, out wide in second. Through from between horses comes Sucker Punched. Down on the inside, Commendation races 4th, gearing up from the back of the pack. Noble Warriors starts to make good progress as they took the opening quarter in 22 seconds flat. So it's Finnegan, pressure to the outside by 4 in the morning. These two match strides with just outside a quarter mile to go. Sucker Punch and Prescott just waiting to pounce. Here comes Tis 2, the big long shot from the back of the pack. The field arrives to the top of the lane, and the ball face of Finnegan spins him in. Finnegan cuts the corner in front by a length. Here's Sucker Punch to the inside. Tis 2 to the outside, running on from the back. Noble Warrior inside the 8th pole. Finnegan racing a bit green, but still up top by 2, now by 3. Tis 2 lunging to the outside, down to the wire. Tis 2's got him. Tis 2 pulls the upset at a big price. Finnegan was second, long way back to Sucker Punch and Noble Warrior. Then came In Hindsight in 1:15 and 4. Number 5, Tis 2 pulls the upset, defeats the favorite right on the wire to win and pay $39.40, $986. Second was the 4, the favorite Finnegan. Third, number 6, Sucker Punch. And fourth was the 9, Noble Warrior. The exacta was worth $143. The trifecta, $390.20. Daily double, $135.20. Pick 4, $1,169.70. And the pick 5 was hit for 50 cents, $6,457.90. Running time for race 5 and a fast 1:15 and 4. Tonight's 6th race is our featured 31st running of the $50,000 guaranteed holiday inaugural stake. Number 5, Touch and Smile from the Wesley Warnbard, was morning line favorite at 4-1 with Julio Garcia aboard. And they're off in the 31st running of the holiday inaugural. And it's the stake winner, Mela Luca, who quickly burst out of the gate in front by about a length now. Mama Maria way in second. Through from the inside, Touch of Bling a close-up third. Sweet Angel Road, the gray is 4th, only 3.5 off the pace, and a link for the back to Marquee Miss is 5th. Down along the inside, Marquee Cowgal is 6th, only about 4.5 off the pace now as they're starting to bunch up top. Then a link for the back to Touch and Smile. Towards her inside is Deer Lane, the favorite, as the field makes their entrance into the far turn. First quarter mile was a torrid 21 and 3, and it's Touch of Bling shows them up top. Melaleuca right to the outside, looping up 3 wide. Here comes Marquis Cowgal, even further out. Marquis Miss, and waiting on a seam, Mama Maria as a half mile 44-1, and they come to the top of the lane. Touch of Bling cuts the corner. Marquis Cowgal bears down to the outside. Down the center comes Marquis Miss, absolutely wide open with an eighth of a mile to go. It's Marquis Cowgal's found the front, but Marquis Miss is the danger to the outside. These two down to the wire. Marquis Cowgal, Marquis Miss, these two to the wire, and Marquis Miss wins it. Marquis Cowgal was second, then came Touch and Smile tight for fourth, 109 flat. Number 10, Marquis Miss hooks up with Marquis Cowgal, and they duel it out to the wire. And number 10, Marquis Miss wins it for Ingrid Mason, Joe Ragsdale, and Didier Osorio. At the 21-1 odds, she returns $44.20, $20.80, and $10.20. Second to 7, Marquis Cowgal was Game As They Come in defeat. Third, number 5, Touch and Smile. And fourth to 6, Lucky All My Life. The exacta $387, the trifecta $1,171.90. The daily double of 5 and 10, $842.80. The pick 3, $666.70. And the dime super, $3,243.20. Running time for the 6th race, the Holiday Inaugural Stakes, and 109 flat. Tonight's 7th race is an allowance optional claimant event to go 1 mile, scratch 5, Hoochie Poochie. Morning line favorite at 8 to 5 from the Mike Maker Barn, Cerro in Channing Hill. And they're off. Chapter 2 spots him a couple of links, but clean beginning for Cerro. Right to the outside, Crewman's away in good order, and Mellow Fellow being hustled up to contend the pace there. And the Great Derby Express is fourth, and last away early, Chapter 2 is last of the 5. 6 links from top to bottom, and its longest shot on the board. Mellow Fellow shows him up top by 2.5 lengths. Crewman in the second position. Down the inside, the favorite Cerros came away racing in third, covered up to the outside by Derby Express, and last away early, Chapter 2 is fifth, but only about 7 lengths off the lead as they head up the backstretch 5/8 of a mile from home. First quarter, 23 and 3/5 seconds. So it's Mellow Fellow still shows the way, and the lead is now down to 2 as Crewman is inching a closer second. The favorite Cerro still rides the rail there in third. Derby Express to the outside of Chapter 2 as they continue the run up the backstretch. Half mile timed on the board, 47 seconds flat. So it's Mellow Fellow, who's made every yard thus far, enters into the turn with a length advantage. Crewman and Didier Osorio inching a closer second. Cerro's being ridden to keep pace back in third. And then coming up to the outside, both Chapter 2 and Derby Express as the field just outside the quarter-mile pole. So Mellow Fellow floating Crewman out to the center of the track. That leaves the rail open for the favorite. Cerro, and Channing Hill takes advantage to come right on through. So up to the outside, Crewman in the middle. Mellow Fellow still plugging away up the fence. Cerro is third as they're in deep stretch with a 16th of a mile to go, and Crewman opening up here. Crewman and Didier Osorio is going to win by almost 4 in the end. A tight photo there for second between Cerro and Mellow Fellow. Derby Express was fourth in 1:35 and 3/5 seconds. Number 2, Crewman, was allowed to stalk the pace, settled in nicely in the pocket spot, and Turning for Home took over the lead, running down pace setter Mellow Fellow. Number 2, Crewman, trained by Deep Pullis, and ridden to victory by Didier Osorio. The winner, 760, 420, 240. Second, number 4, Mellow Fellow. Third one, Cerro. Fourth to 6, Derby Express. The exacta 93.20. The try, 123.80. Daily double, $217.80. The pick 3 came back $1,722.40. Running time, 1:35 and 3/5 seconds. Tonight's 8th race is a claimant event to go a 1 mile. Morning line favorite number 8, It On Tequila, with Julio Garcia in the saddle. All in line. And they're off. Civil Dispute came out running, as did Magna Account. Also close up today, Colton 51 as they race to the clubhouse turn. Blame It On Tequila is a 4-wide fourth down along the inside. The gray Silver Lucky Q is next. A link for the back. Tizen is away from the gate racing in sixth as they're midpoint through the turn, and that one's about 6.5 off the lead. Hello People's just to his outside, then a separation of a length and a half to Squeegee, and some 7 or 8 lengths back to Get You Good, who is 20 lengths out of it as they pass the 6 furlong marker. First quarter 24-1. So comfortable pace up top for Get You Good and shows the way. Rather Civil Dispute up top. Magna Account still tracking in the pocket position. A length and a half further back, through from the inside, comes Silver Lucky Q, shadowed up to the outside by Colton 51. The favorite, Blame It On Tequila, is fifth, but out racing in the clear as the field took the first half mile in 48 seconds flat. Civil Dispute still there. Magna Account still pressuring from between horses as Colton 51 loops up a 3-wide third. They stack up 3 across the track, midpoint through the turn. A Silver Lucky Q is just to the inside of Blame It On Tequila, and Squeegee set to go about 8 wide as the field reaches the top of the home stretch. And it's Civil Dispute still there. Colton 51 and Tom Pompel goes to work with that right-handed reminder. Down the center of the track, Silver Lucky Q, 1/8 of a mile left to go. Silver Dispute still up top, but Silver Lucky Q's going 2 to their 1. Silver Lucky Q, here's Hello People, and Hello People is unleashing a furious stretch rally down the stand side, but not going to get to Silver Lucky Q. Silver Lucky Q hangs on by 3 parts of a length. Number 1, Silver Lucky Q, ships in from Florida. And first start over the Poly at Turfway was a winning one. Number 1, Silver Lucky Q, a winner at 760, 620, 480. Second, number 9, Hello People. Third, the 6, Tinzon. Fourth, number 8, the favorite, Blame It On Tequila. The exacta was worth $93.40. The try, $319.70. Superfecta set $2,769.60. Daily double, 2 and 1, $42.80. The pick 3 was worth $604 even. Running time for race 8, 1:38 and 3/5 seconds. Tonight's 9th race, a maiden claimant event for the boys to go 6 1/2 furlong. Scratch both 13 and 14. Jockey change on the 12, Dixie 7 to Alonso Quinones. Morning line favorite, number 9, Mantovani with a Bel Lascano. Dixie 7 up to the outside. Throwing line. And they're off. For the lead from the outside, Boom Bosh. Through from between horses is Mantovani, and down on the inside, Wild Max. Up between runners comes Guidon and Blazing West. Well Bunch on the run down the back stretch. The top 7 covered by about 2 lengths as Wild Max emerges to take the narrowest of leads over Guidon, who's right there pressuring up to the outside. Through from between horses, here comes TJ's Yard up on the outside of that one. Mantovani is a 4-wide fourth, 5-wide fifth comes Center Point. These 5 are a length and a half in front of Boom Bosh, who's out in the 5 path, and Blazing West just had to check hard in the middle of the turn, and Guidon took up as well as the field midpoint through the turn. It's Center Point who emerges with the lead, a length and a half clear. Mantovani on the inside being ridden hard to keep pace, looping up to the outside, Boom Bosh, and Waddy is underway out to the outside. Zale De Leon pushes the button as the field reaches the top of the home stretch. Center Point on the inside, Mantovani, but here's the danger. Waddy set down for the drive. Waddy switches leads up to the outside of Center Point. These two square off with a 16 left to go. It's Center Point to the outside. Waddy cannot get by. Center Point turned him away, and Center Point and Gabe Lagunas is going to win by a length and a half in the end. Waddy a game second. Third came Boom Bosh, tight for fourth, 117 and 4. Number 10, Center Point, making his first start over the Poly track, and it was a winning one. Breaks maiden in start number 6, returning 27.80, 12.27.60. Second, number 5, Waddy. Third, the 11, Boom Bosh. Fourth, number 4, Code Blue Zone. And fifth for the Super High 5, the 3, Guidon. The pick 3, 474.70. No winners in the Super High 5. That carry over into tomorrow's card, nearly $3,600. The exacta was worth $223. The dollar try, $458.50. The Superfecta, $11,804.90. The late double was 1 in 10, and for a $2 wager, that returns $185.60. The pick 4 for 50 cents, $9,092.50, and the dollar super, $11,804.90. Running time for the 9th race, 1:17 and 4/5 seconds. Well, that wraps up live racing for Saturday, December 3rd here at Turfway Park. This has been the Turfway Park Report.